How's it going, bros? My name is Aaron. Today, we're gonna look at the X Mini Liberty Plus. These are the latest truly wireless earbuds from X Mini, and already they look pretty good on paper. IPX7 water resistance, AptX, Bluetooth 5.0, with up to 9 hours of battery in the earbuds and an extra 45 hours of juice in the case, giving you a total of 54 hours of continuous use. So far it sounds pretty good, right? For something that costs $90 it's got all these features, but how does it stack up against the competition? Its closest competitor in terms of features and price is the Creative Outlier Gold truly wireless earbuds, retailing for $99. So it'll be interesting to see how they stack up against each other in terms of sound quality, audio to video latency, and microphone quality. But before we get into all that, let's crack this box open. Quick user guide. You will be guided. Okay, sure. Let's get guided, shall we? These are the earbuds. Already they look a little more polished in terms of design than the Creative. The charging case also looks pretty elegant. I kind of like how it sort of looks like my power bank. But it charges with micro USB and not USB-C like the Creatives. USB Type A to micro USB cable, and yep, 2 extra sizes of ear tips. Wow, in terms of product design, I think I have to give it to the X Mini. The X Minis look a little more polished, a little more premium even, despite its lower price point. And that is not the only advantage the X Minis have over the Creative Outlier Gold. The X Minis also have slightly better water resistance than the Creative's IPX7 versus IPX5. In terms of total battery life as well, the X Minis take the cake. 54 hours of continuous use of both earbuds and case, whereas the Creatives have a total of 39 hours of continuous use. On the other hand, the Creatives earbuds have a longer battery life compared to the X Mini's earbuds, 14 hours versus 9 hours. So there are pros and cons on both sides, but for now let's get into the sound quality test and we'll decide which one sounds nicer. Okay, I've paired them to my phone. Let's try the X Minis. The very first thing I noticed about these earbuds, these are very loud. Usually I will be playing my music at 50 or 60% volume, usually 60%, but these earbuds, 40% volume sounds like 60% volume on most other earbuds. So these ones are super loud, and they also seem to have all the basics covered: clean bass, mids, highs, great track separation, and also very textured. You can hear a bit more detail in your bass and mid-range than you can with some other earbuds of this price point. Pretty good bass extension, but X Mini seems to have boosted their upper mid frequencies, because these ones, they do sound more aggressive and punchy than most other truly wireless earbuds. But one thing they don't do very well at this price point is sound staging. So if you're listening to music with a lot of vocals and instrumental tracks all happening at the same time, your music will feel kind of boxy and at times even kind of messy. But fortunately, these earbuds have pretty good track separation and detail. They also sound pretty clean. So even when your music sounds boxy and messy, it does not sound bad still. So it's still a pretty great sounding pair of earbuds for its price point overall. Let's switch over to the Creatives. Yeah, Without a doubt, the Creatives have a much more open and airy soundstage compared to the X Minis. They also sound a little more on the warmer and gentler side. The X Mini, in comparison, they sound more energetic and quite in your face. However, the X Mini Liberty Plus do sound like they've got better track separation and detail than the Creatives. So, as to which one sounds better, it's very hard for me to decide because I like the Creatives laid back and warm, open sound. The X Mini, I like its detail, its energy, and its punch. So, which one do you think suits your tastes better? Tell me in the comments section below, bros. Okay, let's talk very briefly about its fit and comfort. I think that the Creatives will be a little more comfortable and stable in the ear, and this is because it makes more contact with the conch of my ear. The conch of my ear serves as a sort of support to the earbuds, making it feel a little more stable, whereas the X Minis, they don't have that same level of support in the conch of my ear. So the earbuds rely mostly on friction in the ear tips when it's pushed into my ear canal. The friction resulting from that fit is what keeps these earbuds in place, which is not very ideal, especially if you are using them for sports or for the gym, because when your ears get wet with sweat, I'm not very confident that these earbuds will hold properly in the ear. So in terms of fit and comfort, I have got to give it to the Creatives. Okay, now let's try their audio to video latency, shall we? The iOS device I'm using is the iPad 2018. First, let's hear what no lag sounds like. This is audio straight from the speaker, so no lag. Next, the X Mini Liberty Plus earbuds. Creative Outlier Gold. The Android device I'm using is the LG V40 ThinQ with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor. First, the X Mini Liberty Plus. Creative Outlier Gold. So, as we have just seen, both of them have a very similar audio to video latency performance on both iOS and Android. They both performed very well on iOS, but on Android, of course, we expected there to be a bit more of a lag because Android devices don't usually perform as well as iOS devices in terms of audio to video latency, even if both of these earbuds are using AptX codec. However, since both of them support AptX, you can be assured of better audio fidelity if you are somebody who streams a lot of FLAC or WAV files, or if you use a streaming service like Tidal MQA. Okay, now it's time for the voice microphone test. I will do what I usually do, and that is to record a voice memo on my phone while playing some really loud cafe background noise, okay? So here goes. First, I'm gonna do this for the Liberty Plus. Background noise, record. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So it appears that the X Minis fared quite well in terms of voice microphone quality than the Creatives. In fact, I feel like my voice through the Creatives microphone sounds a little more distorted than the X Minis. Although they both cancelled just about the same amount of background noise, I feel like my voice sounds a little more intact, more natural on the X Mini Liberty Plus. So for voice microphone quality, I will have to give it to the X Minis. So overall, what do I think of the X Mini Liberty Plus? Despite some of its shortcomings like the lack of a USB-C charging port, I feel that X Mini has put up a really compelling product here. Pretty good value for money in my opinion. It costs $90 US. It's got great sound quality. Of course, in terms of sound staging, I will still give my vote to the Creatives, but other than that, it's got great energy, great detail, great bass extension, great track separation. There's so much I can say about its sound quality. It's quite good overall, in fact. Also, the X Minis have better voice microphone quality than the Creatives. However, there are some things about the Creatives which I like better than the X Minis. Sound staging is one of them. We've talked about that already. Of course, the USB-C charging port is a great asset, a reversible jack, more durable, has a faster charging potential. Of course, the earbuds also contain more battery inside, so you get 14 hours of charge in the buds themselves. And honestly, this is where I envision truly wireless earbuds going. In future, there will be more truly wireless earbuds that will be able to store more battery in them, so you don't have to return the earbuds to the case to charge as frequently as it is right now. 14 hours is very generous. 9 hours is not bad, but the more the better in my opinion. Also, I've spoken about how the Creatives just feel a little more stable and comfortable in my ears because their ergonomic shape makes a lot more contact with the conch of my ears. In contrast, the X Minis rely purely on friction, the friction generated from the ear tips being pushed into my ear canal to stay in place. So in terms of comfort, I will have to give it to the Creatives. So both of them have pros and cons. The Creatives retail for $99, the X Minis $89 to $90. They both are pretty good value for money, but if I would have to decide between them, it's very tough because I like the X Mini's sound signature, but there are also quite a lot of things I like about the Creatives. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section below, which one would you pick? The Creatives or the X Mini Liberty Plus? Remember, the X Mini Liberty Plus, great microphone, sound quality, very energetic, a great total battery life of 54 hours. The Creatives, USB-C charging, great in-bud battery life of 14 hours compared to 9 hours, and of course a more open and spacious soundstage, better comfort. Tell me in the comment section below. So that's all I've got to say about these earbuds. Hope you liked this video, and if you did, please punch that like button with a vengeance, share this video with your friends, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and remember to ring the bell to join my notification squad because I upload new videos every single week, and this is the only way YouTube will notify you. And don't go yet because I have some bonus content coming up, something which I did earlier in the day which I wanna share with you guys, okay? So stay tuned and I'll see you again in the next one. How's it going, bros? The Sonos Move is being launched in Singapore today, so I'm going there right now to check it out. This is gonna be fun, I hope. I really hope the Sonos Move is good because it's pretty expensive, $399 US. Yep, gonna give you my thoughts about it as soon as I hear the speaker for myself, okay? Let's go check it out. So this is the Sonos Move, and this is the Sonos One. Wow, I thought the size difference wouldn't be this big, but it is quite a size difference, eh? Hey bros. So after trying the Sonos Move, this is my first impression. Now, there were a few things that I didn't know about the Sonos Move. I think I have myself to blame for it. Apart from being surprised by their size difference, I was also quite surprised by another thing. The Sonos Move does not require your iPhone for true play tuning. You know, that feature where you could get the speaker to adapt its sound quality to your room's acoustics. So it does not require you to use your iPhone for that. It uses its own built-in microphone, the same microphone you use for Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, and Siri. It uses for true play tuning, and it does this automatically. So if you were to say have the speaker in your room and you take it to the kitchen, obviously the acoustics in your room and your kitchen will be very different, but the Sonos Move will automatically adapt its sound quality to suit your kitchen. And it does this in a very short amount of time, like 20 seconds, 15-20 seconds. It also sounds quite decent despite the fact that it's IP56, dust and water resistant. I mean, like, dust and water resistance, it usually affects sound quality because it usually involves a water resistant membrane, but not so much in this case. You still can hear a lot of the bass, the mids and the highs, very clear, very pristine. It's bi-amped, so it's got a separate Class D amplifier for both the bass to mid-range driver and the tweeter. This means that it's got no crosstalk, better fidelity as a result. One of my suspicions were confirmed, however. I suspected that the Sonos Move will be a pretty heavy speaker. It's not portable in the same way as the Jaybird Charge 3, for example. Let me show you, it's quite a heavy speaker. So yeah, this is like carrying a big 2-liter water bottle, probably even more heavy than that. It's certainly not something that I will want to bring with me to the picnic or to a barbecue. Perhaps just around the house because it's not very light. Perhaps one scenario justifies bringing this speaker to another place. Say perhaps you have an office and you have a car. So if you want to enjoy some music in your office while you work, you take this speaker from your home, put it in your car, drive to your office, set the speaker up in your office, enjoy your music there, then after a long hard day of work, bring it back home to charge. That's certainly possible because this speaker is able to remember up to 16 Wi-Fi networks. So switches automatically between the different Wi-Fi networks as you wherever you bring the speaker. And of course, this charges using USB-C too. So if your phone is running out of battery, you can simply plug your phone in to charge, which makes this a pretty useful portable charger at work, I guess. So my first impression of the Sonos Move is a very positive one. I can't wait to review this for you guys. So if you guys want to watch this upcoming review of the Sonos Move, please subscribe and don't forget to ring the notifications bell. So guys, thank you for watching this special coverage, and I'll see you again in the next one.